Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get into the show. This is the Survivor Series War Games review reaction. My apologies for being out a day after. It was really a long night last night, and then I was pretty busy today. So, recording it tonight, posting it tonight. But, to open the show, Team Bianca beat Team Damage Control, with Becky picking up the pin over Dakota Kai. I'm fine with that. AJ Styles beat Finn Balor in the second match. Crowd was dead for that match. I guess from the excitement from the first War Games match, so the crowd was dead. But I'm okay with it. I get it. Ronda beat Shotzi. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna say it. For all of you people out there saying that was a terrible, terrible match, it wasn't the best match, but come on, everybody knew it wasn't going to be the best match. I don't think Ronda and Shotzi have ever worked together in any capacity, in any company. So, obviously, it's going to be, a tougher match. When you have to develop chemistry over time, and like a relationship, you have to develop that chemistry, and if you don't have it, and it doesn't fit, then, you're going to clash, and that's what happened. Like, we've seen this with other talents, in companies everywhere, not just WWE, but also in AEW, and MLW, and New Japan. Like, there's going to be clashes, it's okay. But Ronda and Shotzi, Ronda retained, not surprised by that. I said going into this thing, like, they're doing this because they have nobody else on the card that they can put in this match other than Shotzi. Shotzi's not a main event talent. She's just not. It's okay. She's serviceable. Not a main event talent. Austin Theory. The guy we all said was buried after the failed Money in the Bank cash-in. Which, by the way, is still, don't get me wrong, it's still the worst Money in the Bank cash-in of all time. Yeah, he won the U.S. title last night. I didn't like his entrance, though. During his entrance, WWE ran a promotional ad for Beyblade Burst, a new game. I did not like that. Get that out of there right now, Triple H. Don't ever do that. Never do that again. I'm not kidding. Don't you ever run an ad during an entrance again. I don't care who it is. Don't do it. It is disrespectful to the talent. It is disrespectful to the fans. And quite frankly, it's disrespectful to the companies. And in the main event, the Bloodline beat the Brawling Brutes clean as a whistle. And it was Jey Uso that got the pin over Kevin Owens after Sami Zayn offered up Kevin as a sacrifice. Guys, Jey Uso hugged Sami Zayn. It was beautiful. It was a great moment. I'm so happy. I love Sami Zayn. And look, the whole Bloodline. Right, the whole Bloodline. They've had their issues with Jey not liking Sami. Right? Like, that's been a thing. But guess what? It's no longer a thing. You know why? Jey and Sami are getting along. It's great. I enjoyed that. I absolutely I love Sami Zayn. And the fact that Roman hugged him, and then you get the embrace with Jey and Sami, the hatchet is buried. Bygones are bygones, and they're a family again. Put the ones up in the air for the Bloodline, boys. They're a family again, and it's great. Now let's get into the press conference. So from what Triple H said, first of all, Sami Zayn blurred the lines between what's real and what's kayfabe. The stuff with him and Kevin Owens, he straight up said, it's real. Like, that's a real thing. Him and Kevin, their relationship, that's a real thing. Excuse me. Also, Becky Lynch. I've never heard a wrestler say this ever in any company, and I actually love that WWE did this. Um, Becky Lynch said that the spot she did where she jumped off the top of the cage inside War Games, she practiced it earlier in the day. I like the fact that WWE did this. I know a lot of people did not like that because people are stupid and they want to. I get it. Okay, I'm not going to say you're stupid. I get it. Like, as a fan, you want to keep it as real as possible. That's WWE keeping it real, guys. Like, we all know the storylines are scripted, right? We all know that Sami Zayn's not actually an Uso. We know that. Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio don't actually hate each other. We know that. And they're father and son. Rhea Ripley and Dominic are not actually together. We know that. Like, we know reality versus not reality because of social media, right? It's going to kill kayfabe. We know that Dominic has been in a relationship with another woman for like 11 years. We know that because of social media, right? Like, social media has hurt kayfabe. So the fact that WWE did that, I have no problem with, because most of the stuff that they do, we already know about it. We already know it's kayfabe. We already know it's planned. Like, you can't be mad at them because they did something and, oh, well, they've blurred the lines of reality. Yeah, no crap. Of course they did, because everybody does that. It's okay that they let us in. I like that they let us in. I think it's a good thing for their company. But let's get into this. Hell in a Cell can be used across the calendar year, same as a War Game type match. So if we have a battle between factions, they can use the War Games stipulation as a match concept on other pay-per-view cards. I love that. Hell in a Cell, same way. You can challenge somebody to a one-on-one Hell in a Cell match. You can't do it with Money in the Bank. You can't do it with Elimination Chambers, so they might stay. I want those pay-per-views to stay, because I like the Elimination Chamber shows as a good concept going into WrestleMania, and I love Money in the Bank because, well, we can have moments like we did with Seth cashing in at Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, right? Like, those moments can happen with that pay-per-view. They can't without it, because then they move it to Money in the Bank, or move Money in the Bank to WrestleMania, and that's just stupid. Takes away from the WrestleMania card. Have Battle Royals to determine number one contenders for the next night of Raw or the next SmackDown, whatever. Don't do Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. Keep Money in the Bank as a pay-per-view. Premium live event. Triple H also spoke that he wants to freshen up the shows so the fans don't get bored. I love that. Do you know how many times I've sat down to watch a wrestling or WWE event and I'm like, yeah, it's a fun show, like there's different talent on it, but like the same matches, the same concept, the same everything. Like, I like an idea of, hey, we don't know what's going to happen. Now, obviously, Ronda versus Shotzi, everybody knew what was going to happen. Nobody thought Shotzi was taking that title off Ronda. And if you did, you're stupid. Because she wasn't taking the title off Ronda. It just wasn't going to happen. Also, WWE wants to travel across the world. They want to go to Japan. They want to go to other places. They want to go anywhere. They'll go anywhere. Mexico, Japan. I love that. And here's what I want to see. If they go to Japan, WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling work together, right? Open up the Tokyo Dome. Work at the Tokyo Dome. And have your talent from WWE and have talent from New Japan work together. Give us Seth Rollins versus Kushida. Right? Like, that's a big time match. Give us Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay. Give us Seth Rollins versus Kazuki Okada. Give us Roman Reigns versus Okada. Give us Roman Reigns versus Okada. I mean, come on. That is a big money match right there. You're already going to give us on January 1st Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Great Muta. Love that, by the way. It's not for New Japan, obviously, because the Great Muta's not signed to them, but, like, it's going to be a match in Japan. It's for another promotion in Japan. But give us more stuff like that. And by the way, I am going to find a way to watch the the match between Nakamura and Great Muta, because that is going to be a legendary match, and Shinsuke has said it was a dream match, so I cannot wait to watch it, and I'm going to find a way to watch it. Anyway, guys, that was the review, reaction. I'll be back tomorrow night with Monday Night Raw, 3 hours of wrestling. God. We didn't get any returns, we didn't get Sasha Banks. Not surprised. I think people expected Sasha, but not surprised. We didn't get Charlotte, and we didn't get anything with Bray Wyatt, which I thought was kind of weird. I thought for sure they'd do something with Bray, but I'm okay that they didn't. It's perfectly fine with me. I'm not mad about it. We'll probably get something on SmackDown from Bray, if I had to guess. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. And again, love y'all. Thank y'all. Bye.